Hi, it's Jnwynn with Scraptastic Yarns Podcast, and today is Sunday, November the 25th. I got my Knitcrate. Now, we were gone to North Carolina, had a great visit. I delivered the quilt. At the very end of this, I will upload a video that I took in my bedroom. Excuse my husband's side of the bed, of the quilt that I delivered. The person that I delivered it to loved it. I also added two 12-inch by 12-inch navy blue throw pillows that had the tiger logo for the Auburn Tigers, and he was absolutely thrilled with that. Did get to go see my son. My son cooked a lovely lunch for us. And basically it was, stuffing with sausage in it and something he calls Larissa, sweet potatoes, which are sweet potatoes with a hot sauce on them, and they were good. And then he prepared mashed potatoes with two different kinds of cheeses in it, gravy, and he did a Cajun turkey. I'm going to tell you the way he cooked the Cajun turkey. He used the Tony Ketchery. I don't know how to pronounce it. He used that seasoning, seasoned it up. He actually took butter, put it up under the skin with a little bit of rosemary, added rosemary in it, and then he put it in the crock pot and cooked it on low for 10 hours. Took it out, placed it in a baking dish. Then the next morning he put it in the oven to reheat it a little bit and to actually glaze the top, because he put a little more butter, under the broiler for a few minutes so the skin could brown up. Absolutely delicious, moist, tender, wonderful. And he did the green bean casserole with mushroom soup, the whole 9 yards. He also did candied carrots. I don't like cooked carrots. He gives me grief about it, but I don't like cooked carrots. And then he had also made a pumpkin roll and, of course, some dinner rolls. Now, we never got to the pumpkin roll, for we had to leave, and I totally forgot about asking him to cut some off, so we didn't get to taste any of his pumpkin roll. But I've had it in the past. This kid he's pretty much a gourmet cook. I don't know where he learned it from, because he didn't learn it from me. I can cook, but I don't cook the way he cooks. He's not afraid to try things. Like he did one year, he did a turkey that he did maple and cherry glaze, and it was wonderful. It's just, this kid can cook. So I had a good time with my son, but we needed to get back to my husband's mother's house. She's getting a little more confused, so we try not to, when we're there, try not to leave her alone too long, because if we come in at night, it startles her sometimes. So we wanted to get there before it got dark, so she could see us pull into the drive. But yeah, we had a great time. I came on today for a couple of reasons. Got my Knitcrate, and I did cut it open. And it is beautiful. This is the first time I've looked at it. I did get the color Twilight. It is the Euro Yarn Sugared Worsted, 70% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 10% stellina, worsted weight 219 yards, 100 grams. I hope you can see that sparkle that's in there. It is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I was hoping to get the purple or the brown. Blue's fine. And of course, you get the normal booklet. And these are the colorways that were this month's in the regular box. I believe this one is the rose. They're calling this one the twilight. I believe this one is wolves, and this one is the gilded. I'm not positive, but I think it is. And the wolves looks like it's a little darker blue. Beautiful, though. And, of course, they've got the knit pattern. Yeah, you can tell it's dark here. These books, they do put them together so that you are getting the normal membership and the sock membership. Both get the same booklets. They're putting those two patterns together. And those are some of the patterns there. That is the Twinkle mitts, fingerless mitts. And the Twinkle cowl. Then, of course, you get a Twinkle hat. And then they've got some socks. I don't see any crochet patterns in here. Knitcrate. What are you doing to us? It's fine for me. I can knit. Oh, that one is the crochet. Couldn't tell. Look knit. And then I also I ordered from Creating with Sticks on Etsy, and I just wanted to show you, she does some of the cutest packaging. Now what I ordered was one of those knitting tins. She wraps it up with a little note. She's like, "Hi Jane, it's a personal note. Thank you for your order. I appreciate your business. Enjoy your fun new notions. Happy knitting, Leah." Leah Lee. And then there's a little stitch marker there to hold that. You untie it, and I'll show you what I got. But I just thought it was absolutely adorable the way that she packaged it up. Little paper doily. Just some basic, simple little things. Make it nice. Little wrapping paper, tissue paper with some washi tape. And my friends are going to give me grief about this, but I love this one. Yarn whore. Yeah, I know I love me some yarn, so. And of course in the tin, got some more stitch markers up here, a magnet that holds your needles, pencil, tape measure, stitch marker. This was the big package that was, look how cute that is. Little scissors. Cute. Little tabs for keeping mark. Little scissors as well. and cable hooks and some other kind of little hooks, needle keepers and things like that. And cute little labels that come with it. And yeah, I have been eyeing this cute little set for quite some time and decided to go ahead and dive in. So I did get that kit. But then I also got something else. And this she puts in these cute little bags. And again, another little stitch marker, tied right onto it. I think you can see that. Tied right onto the item. A little bit of trouble with this one because I pulled it the wrong way. Let me get it untied. Because I fell in love with these stitch markers. You know how I'm always teasing about not having a kitty? Well, these are some cute little kitten ears. And they are just little markers. Of course, she has her card included. And it's Leah Pelicani, Creating with Sticks. She's also a yarn dyer. A couple more little stitch markers are in there. Oh my. And look, she's got the little kitty washi tape. That's adorable. And I did not realize that these came in a tin. That makes it even better. I love me some tins. Now I just got to figure out how to... Oh, slides. Slides open. Little bitty kitty ears. These are the small. I just fell in love with those little things there, so I decided I'm going to give me some and just went for it. Now, I have a couple things to tell you. We did stop at Jnwynn's today. We had to go get our groceries. And I did get some charms. Some little kitty charms. And while we were in North Carolina, we did of course stop and get some items, but I will show those to you later in the week. Didn't get any yarn, got some fabrics, got a couple of stitch markers. When I was at Jnwynn's, I almost created an incident. Now, like Seta says, Seta's Place, this is what had happened. Let me preface this by saying, this is a Northeastern mentality that has driven me crazy for years. And I notice a lot in Pennsylvania, when I've been to New York, when I've been to Delaware, some areas like that. But mostly Pennsylvania, I've noticed this. And I'm going to give you an example. When you walk into, like when we are on our way to go to North Carolina, sometimes for breakfast we stop at McDonald's in Altoona. We go in to order, and you can never tell if the people that are standing in the back, because they're standing 4 feet from the cashier, from the area where you order. You don't know if they've ordered and just waiting on their food. You don't know if they are actually in line, because for some reason here in Pennsylvania people line up and they stay 3 to 4 feet behind the register or wherever you're going to the cashier to move up until the cashier invites them. Basically says, I can help the next person. Where I grew up in New Mexico and where I lived in Texas for many years, and Arkansas, North Carolina, when you walk into a store, if you're buying something, you get into line, and if there's more than one cash register open, you'll pick your line to get into, and you'll go get in line behind someone. Now, you don't stand close enough to where they can feel you breathing down their neck, but you also don't stand 3 feet behind. So we're at the checkout line in State College, and this Jnwynn's, they have 2 cash registers, one on this side, one on this side. Well, 3 actually, because there's 2 on this side. But the cashiers have their backs to each other. People tend to form a line down the aisle. Now, I will stay in that line until we get up close enough to the front of that aisle. And if I look over and see there's 1 or 2 people over on the other side, I'll move around to that side. There was a lady at the cash register. There was a lady in front of me with her daughter. Daughter was all over the place, coughing, sneezing, and she's standing 4 feet back. And I said, excuse me, because I decided I was going to go over to the other cash register. There's nobody standing in line. There's no reason for you not to move around. Move the line up. And also, they had clearance items behind that cash register. And there's a bead there that I saw that I wanted to get. I thought it was the same color. I've made a beaded necklace that has a flower that's crochet beaded. And I needed one more bead with that flower bead to be able to make a bracelet to go with the necklace that I've made. And I thought it was the same color, but you have to get close enough up to see if it's the same peach color. So I went, move around, excuse me, get past the little girl who's touching everything, go around, get behind the other lady that's checking out. In the meantime, I've looked over and I'm looking at the beads closely. And it's not the right color, so I'm all right, no big deal. Another lady comes around, gets behind me. The lady that was in front of me with the daughter, she goes, I was just waiting to see which cash register was faster. Here's where I started the incident. I didn't be kind. We've just come back from a trip. Next day, I have to get groceries. I'm still kind of from the whole trip. And I said to her, I'm sorry. I'm not a sheeple. I don't like to be herded. There's 2 cash registers. There's no reason not to form 2 lines. I just moved over. And I said to her, you most likely will get out before I do. But I also wanted to see these beads. I apologize. That was it. End of story. This lady went on and on about it. And I just looked at her and I said, sheeple, herd, the intelligent ones go around. Yeah, I wasn't kind. So I'm going to have to do some reflection today to get over that. But no, I wasn't kind. But that is something that drives me nuts in this area because they do it all the time. even when you go into Walmart, the self-checkout, they'll be standing so far behind, and you don't know if they're in line or if they're looking at the stuff that's before the line or what. And I'll see a cash register open, so I'll walk around them and go to the cash register. Sorry, I don't know the unwritten rules. Jane's gonna be Jane and do her thing. So I almost caused, apparently, an international incident by that. So I don't know. What are the rules? Are you supposed to stay that far behind and just wait till you're invited to come up to the cash register? I'm not used to that. Like I said, where I've grown up, you don't do that. If you do that, you may never get anybody say, next. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to go home. I'm going to have to, when I get back here and start working on things, give myself 50 lashes with a string noodle. But yeah, that's it. I am fixing to go into the Ravelry shop. And on my Ravelry page, the one of the crochet patterns, shawl patterns, it's the second one that I released. I am going to offer that totally free for the next week, beginning at 8 p.m. this evening. It may be a little earlier, but beginning at 8 p.m. this evening, you'll need to use the code THANKS. At least I think that's what I'm going to put on there for the code. If not, I'll leave it below so you know what the code is. But you'll have to add it to your cart, use the coupon code, and then it should take it to free. If it does not, do not go ahead and hit the purchase until you see where it clears and becomes free. I am going to offer that pattern free until December the 1st. And I am looking at the Etsy shop, but that I will announce Tuesday because I'm going to have a sale there as well. And I'm going to be adding some things. I do have some things made, just haven't got them put up, pictures taken, that kind of thing. You wouldn't believe how long it takes to do that kind of thing in Etsy, but it does take a little bit. So I will be getting that done, and then Tuesday when I do my regular podcast, I will give you the information on that, and we'll go from there. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. I also want to give a couple of shout-outs as well. I did want to tell you, Elizabeth of the Craft Crocheter, she had given this link last Saturday, I believe, for Trina at Claxton Tree Crochet Podcast. I'm going to tell you, Trina is a lot of fun. She reminds me of my best friend growing up in high school. She has a lot of the same mannerisms as my friend Sharon did. My friend Sharon passed away at a very young age of 26. She reminds me a lot of Sharon, even down to the hair. So Sharon she'd always say, oh, my hair is a mess, so she'd put a hat on. So, yeah, she's kind of cute. Then there is also Angela of Angela Crochets Art. She has a couple of podcasts out, and she's very interesting as well. She has a snake, and birds, but she's got separate channels for those, so if you're afraid of snakes, don't have to worry about it. First thing I thought when I saw her is she'd get along good with my granddaughter. My granddaughter inherited my daughter's snake, Fifi. When my daughter passed away, we passed the snake on to my granddaughter, so she has Fifi now in her possession. And so that made me think of Angela because of the snakes. They They have the same kind of thing going on there with snakes. So give her a look, see. Like I said, very interesting. The other one that I found was a young lady named Mihayla, I think it's Mihayla, from Bulgaria. And her channel name is Lensandyarn. She has quite a few episodes up. And she has some very interesting items in her podcast. She is a knitter and a crocheter. So give her a look-see too. Alright, that's it. And now you'll get to see the quilt for the Auburn fan. Okay, here's the quilt that I did for the Auburn fan. And it actually measures, I believe it's 90 by 94. I'll double check that. But it is a queen size. I do add a little over on the drape because of the way that we needed to do the blocks. I had to have it 9 by 10 across. So, yeah, it's finished. It's ready to go to the recipient. And, of course, the recipient doesn't know it, but they're getting extra pillows. And these are just some little 12 by 12 inch pillows with a Auburn logo and the tiger symbol on one of the other ones, so that if they choose to, they can use those as throw pillows on the bed, or they can use them in the living room, wherever. And it's just an envelope pillow that I've made for them, the pillows. Okay, that's it.